How's it going, people? This is your boy Teddy. 7:49 in the morning. I'm gonna get it real quick and talk about the situation going on with the transgender community here in North Carolina and my opinions about it. So this whole thing has been going on for a long time. It's nothing new. It's nothing like all of a sudden Obama's doing all this and we're getting supposedly men be able to go into the women's restroom. That's not even the point, and that's not what's going on. So there's been a couple videos I've watched about it. One was Joey Salad. Dude's a piece of shit. And of course he's doing it for heat, and he's doing it for attention to get himself over. I think he has over 1 million subscribers. He's getting like some publicity, and he's getting that heat because he's a lonely little piece of shit, little Fruit Loop, and that's what tosses his salad. So, and here's the thing: is if again, I've been following. There's a few others that it's just a big uproar, and his misconception is becoming his fictional thoughts is becoming fact to some people, and it's not the case. So, cutting into it, what basically going on is here in North Carolina is that if you're transitioning, you're transsexual, and let's say you're a male to female, they're making you basically go into the men's restroom as if I would, because I'm a man. I have a penis, and thus when I go in the restroom to urinate or defecate, I go into the men's restroom. What they're trying to do with is blurring the fact it don't matter if you're trying to transition to be, male to female or female to male. They still want you to go to that particular restroom. And I got news for you, and it's been this way ever since. We're assholes, we're slobs, we're nasty, and so let's just say, and most people have their own different strange opinions about it, but let's be really honest with it. If you're a transitioning transsexual male to female, which obviously means you look like a female, you dress as a female, you have no facial hair, you look more, soft and feminine, but you have a penis because you have not financially reached a point to be able to get it, surgery and all that. You've already most likely have took some of the hormones, the estrogen, to have more female features. So they're basically suggesting you go into the male restroom because you have a penis, so you can go to the urinals and not the stalls. So they're causing huge uproar. And what's going to happen is, I can be honest with you, as a male, I would feel uncomfortable going to the restroom with, regardless if it's really is a female. If it looks like a female, it's going to make me feel awkward. So I think we should kind of pick and choose on what. And to be honest with you, when a guy comes in, I don't like listening to see if he's peeing, if he's peeing upright, and I don't go to things saying, well, they're all instant pedophiles, okay? So, I personally go in there to pee and take a shit. I don't really worry about what anybody else does. And that's what you should do, the same thing as well. Another thing that's being said is that basically automatically claiming that all transsexuals are pedophiles. That's so pathetic, and you guys are so weak. And unfortunately, I know some people in my personal circle that actually have some of these strange opinions, and it's heartbreaking. And because I do consider them friends, I try not to pass judgment, but it's heartbreaking because really. So, basically, my opinion is that they're not going to worry with you. High majority of transsexuals, true transsexuals, are going to go in there to take a piss and take a shit. They're not going to worry about what you got. They're not going to look at you. They're not going to hit on you. They're not going to do anything like that. They're going to go in there and take a piss and take a shit. It's just true. Now, the exception is if you see somebody that's like all facial hair, have a beard, and looks like they have a wig on, and looks like they have a dress that obviously don't fit them, or they've never worn it before, and they instantly go and talk to your child. Okay, yeah, you might show some concern. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I have a 9-year-old son. I have a 18-year-old daughter, and I have a 13-year-old daughter. As far as my 7-year-old daughter goes, when she goes in the restroom, in the women's restroom, I'll give her a minimum of 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes. Most likely 3 to 4 minutes to do what she's got to do, and I expect her to be at least to the point where she's washing her hands. I will bang on the door, and I'll say, blah, 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 are you done yet? Are you okay? I do that every time. I don't care if another female's in that restroom. And I don't slam the door open and go into the restroom because it's a women's restroom and I'm a male. But I do make it a point that I'm there. And I can promise you, at any point, if my daughter says, no, I'm hurt, he's touching me, then common sense, you go in there. But that's a pedophile. That doesn't mean it's a transsexual. Don't confuse and say all transsexuals are pedophiles. You know, what about Michael Jackson? So, and statistically, most child molesters are you know, middle-aged white males, straight males. So, just FYI on that. But not all not transsexuals. I mean, come on, people. It's hard enough life as it is, and the whole thing is saying, well, if you got a penis and if you got balls, it's common sense. You know, obviously you don't have no common sense because you never heard of transsexuality. You know, it's a hard life. Luckily for me, thankfully for me, I never had experience in any of that kind of stuff. I'm a male. I was born with a penis. I will always have a penis till the day I die. I have no desire to get rid of my penis. That's because I'm you know, I'm who I am. For those who don't have that, you know, understanding, it sucks because, you know, you got to understand that things are not that simplistic for them as it is for you. So, you know, the thing is about this whole pedophile stuff, what's to make you think when your 5-year-old son or 7-year-old son or 9-year-old son goes into the restroom that the male that's next to him on the stall is not a pedophile and can easily, you know, exit his stall, enter your child's stall, and touch him? But he's a guy, he looks like a guy, he's in there because he's a guy, yet. Or the transsexual that goes in there just try and is there for one reason, to pee and take a shit. Don't care about what you got, don't look at you, is not attracted to you, you egotistical piece of shit. You know, so, and the same thing with the female. Your daughter goes in the restroom and the lady that's next in the stall is a registered sex offender. You know, but then the female to, you know, the transsexual, the female to male, you know, you guys are just so off. This is reality. Transsexuality is just the way it is, and you have no right to judge it. It's the same thing saying that, you know, Christians shouldn't believe in Christ. And, you know, who are you to pass judgment? It's not your place. You're talking about the safety of your children, your grandchildren, and all crap like, well, if they, you know, touch my child and they, you know, identify as a female, I'm going to go in and I'm going to identify as an MMA fighter and beat their ass. Here's the split on that. There's a 50-50 chance that that person you think you're going to beat like it's, you know, like MMA is going to whip your ass. Because they're not all sissies. They're not sissy. They're not. I mean, they just want to be who they are. And they don't need your permission. So, this whole thing is ridiculous. This is one thing I'm embarrassed to be a part of North Carolina for. That you actually allow that. Friends that I have, enemies that I have, but more like friends that are saying, you know, they shouldn't do that. You know, if you're born with a penis, it's not that simple, people. It is not that simple. And it's sad and pathetic that you feel that it's that simple. So you need to understand, this is the world we live in, and it's just that way. Everything's blurred now. Nothing's like it was 50 years ago. Nothing's like it was 100 years ago. This is the way it is. You either deal with it, or you go to an area that you don't have to deal with it. But here right now in North Carolina, you know, mainly stores like Target are allowing this neutral restroom thing to happen. And I'll be honest with you, if I'm in the stall, here's a little secret. If I'm in the stall, in the men's restroom, and I'm in the stall, there's a high opportunity, high chance that the transgender person that comes into the restroom to use a restroom that was born with a penis that looks like a female will not be beside me. What? What? Yes, I'll say it one more time. That the person that comes into the stall that was born with a penis but identifies as a female will not be beside me. Where will they be? They will be in the stall, sitting down, using the restroom. Because that's what females do. Let that sink in for a bit. That's reality. They're not going to stand next to me, whip their penis out, and urinate. High, good, plausible fact that they're going to go in the stall, sit down, and urinate. That's the way it is, people. So, that's my 2 cents. Laters.